to the 9th edition of Casual Sets. Thank you for coming out tonight. Sorry for the bit of a late start, so without much further ado, let's welcome to the stage your host for the evening, the lovely Allison Mick.
Hello, hi audience, how are you doing? I don't know why I asked that, I super don't care, but I was raised right. I'm polite, I'm a polite person. And you guys are doing good, not to one-up you, but I'm doing great. I recently turned 29 years old. Fuck, yeah, I know, I look so great for my age, right? My birthday, it's the best. It was 2 weeks ago. I'm still so amped up about it because I had so much fun. My birthday is my favorite holiday. It's a holiday. It's my favorite holiday because it's the holiday that I get money from my grandmother. Fucking cash? Yeah! It's so good! The week after my birthday, I don't even carry a wallet around. I just have the card she sent it in. With her little scriggly Parkinson's-y handwriting that's like, spend it on something nice! And I do. I spend it on something so nice. I take that card out of my purse, I open it, I laugh at her handwriting one last time, I grab all that cash, and I hand it to my drug dealer. Sorry guys. I still have a drug dealer, I'm 29, I'm not up on that new shit. I don't have a weed card, sorry California. You're ruining your economy one person at a time. But you know what? It's okay. Because it's 2015, and I live in Oakland. Yeah, I don't need a weed card to buy Coke. So, alright, you guys laughed at that. I know you're cool. Let's just get into it. I'm half black. Ooh, surprise, crackers. I'm a proud white woman of color, incognito, if you will. And it's a weird thing. Mostly because I didn't know that it was a thing until I was 18 years old. Because I went to kindergarten through 12th grade with the same 400 people. So when I graduated high school, I just assumed the whole world knew about my black mom. Turns out no, because then I went to college in Massachusetts, where white people come from. That's actually historically accurate. They landed in Massachusetts and then made their way slowly westward, and now you guys are gentrifying Oakland, so thank your ancestors, I guess. Ooh. But when I got to college, I had to come out as black, which is a weird thing. And people would get very upset with me. They're like, why didn't you tell me sooner? I'm like, why are you yelling at me? And then I realized they're going through everything they've ever said in front of me in their head and wondering if they've ever said something racist. And it was Massachusetts in the early 2000s, so all of them had. Every single one of them. I learned so much on my coming out journey. Mainly that white people will say some shit when they don't think there's any black people around. I don't know. I feel like I may have solved racism though, like accidental racism. You guys can take this with you, put it in your pocket, go home with it. Treat everyone you meet like they might have a black mom. I'll take those knowing chuckles over laughs, because if you guys take that home, tell 10 friends, then I've solved racism and I can quit comedy. I don't know, being biracial is like a weird thing. It's weird. I want to teach people with my comedy that being biracial is super cool. But mostly I teach them that, it's pretty tight sometimes if you look white. Ugh. It's not a good feeling. But it is a weird thing. Being biracial is like being if an Arnold Palmer was a person. Because you can't judge an Arnold Palmer by tea standards or by lemonade standards. You just have to appreciate it for what it is, which is better than its component parts. I'm just saying, if you're 100% something, you're going to die one day, and people like me are going to take your place. I can't wait. Time magazine says in 150 years, everyone's going to be mixed race. Fuck yes! I can't wait. I'm doing everything to make it happen. Mostly right now, that's just taken the form of making way too aggressive eye contact on the street with interracial couples. And it's like, yeah, make more me's. And they're like, honey, hold my hand. That girl has crazy eyes. I'm like, fuck. But like, at this point in my life, the only reason I would have kids is to slowly breed out the white race. Because I don't know if you guys know, but white people, y'all are garbage. You're ruining everything. Who killed the world? That's maybe too soon to make that reference to Mad Max. Maybe not all of you have seen it, but who killed the world? White men! And the women who love them. Still went with the Mad Max. I love that movie. But like, here's my plan. I want to have kids, as we mentioned, to breed out the white race. But I don't want to get like gross and pregnant as shit. So I'm gonna donate my eggs. This is what that looks like. I'm gonna donate a bunch of eggs. It's like a Keurig machine, just like do. And then lie on the egg donation form. Check Caucasian, not check everything else. And then, because like, what is white privilege for if you're not using it to make reinforcements for the upcoming race war? Like, you guys are fucking up not using your white privilege that way, because it's great. But in 30 years, those kids, my secret quadroon children, are gonna be like, they think they're white the whole time, and they're gonna be like, whoa, let me go on Ancestry.com, or get that cheek swabby thing. And they get the cheek swabby thing. And then they get the results back, and they're like, what, I'm a quarter black? What's that noise? And it's old ass me on a mountaintop with a conch shell, just like, woo woo. And then my secret mulatto army raises up, and that's when the revolution's gonna happen. Just kidding, guys. The race war's coming way sooner than that. Watch the news. Where do we even go from there? I don't even know. I'm single. I'm a single lady. Oh, that's what you're laughing at. That's fun. Yeah, I don't know. Give it up for me. I am newly single. Fuck yeah. As of the writing of this joke 8 months ago, newly single. I had to get out of my relationship because I'm not good at being in a relationship. Because I didn't know that being in a relationship is just listening to and feigning interest in things I wouldn't even Google if I was so fucking high. I couldn't do it. I had to get out. I couldn't do it. Because he never talked about serial killers, and that's all that I Google when I'm high. How do we feel about serial killers, Oakland? Yeah, all right. That's great. Most times audiences will be like, no. Because here's the argument against serial killers. Serial killers are terrible. They kill people. Fucking counterpoint. Serial killers kill people. Have you met people? They're fucking terrible. Serial killers are doing everyone a service. They need their own holiday. President's Day? Fuck that. There's like 40 of them. Serial Killers Day, there's 83 American ones on Wikipedia that we know about. Just like, Serial Killers Day, that would be my favorite holiday. Just like fucking get drunk, go out on a town in your best friend's skin, and just like fucking party, man. I don't know, I'm single. I also recently had to quit casual sex. Because I'm not good at it, that's why. The casual part, not the sex part. Great at that, but being casual, you guys don't know me, but I am the least chill person on earth. And I would like develop crushes on guys after I had sex with them. That's not how that's supposed to work. And like, maybe I crushed too hard. Like maybe guys just shouldn't be nice to me. Cause like guys, you don't know, but being nice to a girl is the male version of dressing like a slut. You were asking for it. Like, if you didn't want me to try and wife you up, you shouldn't have, like, watched my bag that one time. So good. But I don't like having a crush. Because like I became a stand-up comedian so that I could dictate my interactions with people. I talk, you listen, end of transaction. I'm in control. But when you have a crush, you are not in control. And like I don't want to be like that. Just like, hi, like just like giddy and giggly and unable to pass the Bechdel test as a person. It's not a good look. And I have female friends that break up with guys. I'm like, what are you doing? You had one. You were done. And they just say, Allison, I just didn't feel the butterflies anymore. The fucking butterflies? Are you kidding me? Butterflies? You guys, the butterflies are the worst part. They're the worst part. The butterflies, oh, you just feel off. Like having the butterflies is like having an inner ear infection, but for your whole personality. Oh, I don't want that. And once the butterflies fly away, all you're left with is deep intimacy and understanding. And the ability to rip wicked nasty farts in front of each other. Why would you give that up? I don't know. Let's switch gears for a second. I used to be a huge slut in college. But I don't like to use the word slut. Sluts are getting a bad rap these days with the slut shaming. So I wasn't a slut. I was just a huge nerd about dicks. Just kind of big old dick nerd. Gotta find out about all those dicks. Like, what do they look like? What do they feel like? What do they feel like inside of me? This information I thought was important at 19. At 29, turns out, no. Not really a dick nerd anymore. It's kind of a dick dilettante. Like, they come and they go, and I'm like, bye! Sorry, I mean, thanks. Ugh. I'll get over this in 4 months. It hasn't been 4 months, that's why I'm still telling this joke. And like now, like not being a slut anymore, it's so hard. I live my life in fear. I live my life a lot like a serial killer. Yeah, we're back on him. I think about him constantly. Because both sluts and serial killers spend the entire first half of their career racking up their numbers, and the entire second half of their career trying to hide the evidence. Ooh. It didn't happen. And if you get caught, you're like, society made me do it? Is that how society works? And if you're white, people leave you alone because that's how society works. Well, thanks for listening to my TED Talk, guys. I've been Allison Mick. I'll be here all night introducing your comics. There it is. Your next comic is so fucking funny. He's one of my best friends. He's also my roommate. Everyone give it up for Erik Krasner.
Keep it going for Allison, man. Yeah. 536 43rd Street, represent. After party at our place. It's Wednesday night. Make some noise if you're fucking exhausted. Yeah. Fuck Wednesday. There should be like a 2-day work week with maybe like 3 days break in between. I'm trying to work out the math on this. It's still, I'm not ready to submit it to Congress yet. I think I look like a nice, fun white guy. I'll take it. Like, kind of an H&M white guy, like stylish yet cost-conscious. It's not the easiest look for me to pull off. I'm barely holding it together, because if I'm not careful, if I'm just a little more messed up, I look like that Russian kid from high school. This says, hey, have you heard the new Radio Lab? I haven't, so I can't. This says, come to my garage. We will do pull-ups and listen to Slayer. Craft beer tasting at my place. There's a new Lagunitas. I learned calculus at 13. I have hacked Game Boy for playing imported video games. Every day I practice electric guitar to be more like Man from Slayer. Adventure time. Come to my garage. Together we will watch hentai and not masturbate. It will be a strange sexual awakening. We will not talk about it. Afterward, we will do pull-ups and listen to Slayer. Kind of an awkward person. I don't know if it comes across a little not. Kind of an awkward person, which means that I date and have sex mostly with awkward people. Which is fine. Being awkward doesn't stop people from being hot. It just usually seems to. I've realized that I don't actually know how normal people get laid. I only know how awkward people get laid. It usually comes down to a combination of 4 techniques I've gotten pretty good at. It's not going to be weird. Number 1, endless death march of dates where you don't know if they're dates or not. A pretty good evening for me is sitting on the couch with a lady watching Netflix for 4 hours, trying to bore each other into fucking spontaneously. It works. We do. I've played that game for months and then gotten into relationships. It's pretty great. Number 2, an obvious one, get blackout drunk and just try my luck. Low success rate. Because it turns out alcohol doesn't give you social skills. Alcohol gives you confidence, which is not a social skill. Alcohol just kind of turns a creepy weirdo into a bold, creepy weirdo. That's not who a lot of people are trying to meet. Here's something you don't hear very often. Hey, you know that guy I'm not attracted to? I wish he was more aggressive. Number 3, a pretty big one, online dating. It takes the ambiguity and risk out of romance, which ruins it. There's nothing less sexy than sending someone a typed letter saying, like, Dear I_heart_whales. I noticed we have the same 5 favorite bands and we're both not into drama. I'm thinking we might be sexually and emotionally compatible. If you agree, let's hang out 7 or 8 times over the next 3 months, gradually escalating sexual contact until you dump me because you found a real boyfriend. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Respectfully yours, Buttlord69. And number 4, maybe my favorite one, exes. Did you guys know that if you... Don't shake your head. You know. Did you guys know that if you've already dated someone, you can have sex with them just by begging for it? I know, it's true. Begging doesn't work on anyone else, but someone you've already dated, someone who's seen you at your worst, it just takes like a week. It's fucking great, you guys. No downsides. Just keep sending out those text messages. It's gonna go great this time. I've spent a lot of time unemployed lately. Let's bring the mood up. Spent a lot of time unemployed lately, which isn't all bad. For instance, you get to stop sleeping at night and start sleeping whenever. It's amazing how much sleep you can get and when there's no point in being awake. Because I could have been taking a nap at any hour of the day. I was never really sure if I was awake or just having a really boring dream. So unemployment's like the movie Inception, except even worse. Unlike Inception, I couldn't tell 5 minutes in how it was going to end. Just like Inception, my friends kept coming up and trying to explain why it's not so bad. But it is, both unemployment and Inception. If you like that movie, you're dumb. Alright, my kind of crowd, yeah. Fuck Chris Nolan. The Batman movies were kind of okay. Heath Ledger was alright. Everything else, nope. Memento, oh, it's backwards, oh. Oh, wow, you made a movie backwards, ooh. This fucking magician one. You guys remember the fucking magician one? Like, there's two cats walking around, and you're not supposed to figure out immediately that the teleporter makes clones. Like, hello, fucking, I've read, I don't, maybe you didn't all grow up, like, reading science fiction books every night, but, like, pretty big giveaway for some of us. I'm improvising here, and, you know, fuck the magician one. And the Batman one, no, Liam Neeson, sure. It's not like Batman, Christian Bale sucks as Batman, but like there's always one other guy who's kind of fun. Like Tom Hardy, sure, fine. Okay. I don't know. Fucking Inception, yeah, the fucking space thing is cool where they're in the elevator. And it's like they're floating around. That was cool. But it's like fucking they're all dreaming, and it should be like a crazy movie about dreams, but all they dream about is shooting each other with guns. Like, come on. And it's like there's literally a point in the movie where the guy's like, "You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling," and then all he does is fucking pull out a bigger gun. Just a bigger gun. The same thing we've seen for the past hour. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. All right. Fine. I've been informed that I have a limited amount of time, and so we can't go through my opinion about every movie ever made. Let me try to wrap this up on something that I wrote before coming here. I was trying to find out if the McDonald's near my house would be open at 1 in the morning, because that's valuable information if you're a piece of shit. And I wound up on the Yelp page of the 45th Street McDonald's. And I read some Yelp reviews of the 45th Street McDonald's. Some of you might be wondering, who would review an individual McDonald's on Yelp? Mostly it's people with just one thing to say to the world. Hello world! I'm racist! That's it. Dozens and dozens of people trying to share this one fact about themselves. Hello, I'm racist, goodbye! There's also people who use Yelp as like the world's most inefficient blogging platform. Like they're trying to get famous off people discovering one 5-paragraph review at a time on different restaurants. They'll say like, well, as you know, I don't normally go to McDonald's. But my mom's a really picky eater, as you can see in my review of Dim Sum House. Now, there's people who go to Yelp with an agenda trying to change something about the restaurant, usually terrible people trying to accomplish something terrible. They'll say like, the woman who took my order at the drive-thru window, Triana, was rude to me. I talked to the manager and he wouldn't fire Triana. Please boycott this McDonald's until they fire Triana. Guys, there are reasons to boycott McDonald's. Triana isn't very high on the list. Leave Triana the fuck alone. She's had a bad day. Every day's a bad day at the 45th Street McDonald's. There's just one person on that page who had anything intelligent to say at all. All he said was, "It's a McDonald's. It has everything you want in a McDonald's. 5 stars." So that's my new best friend, guys. Everyone knows Krasner.